I'll tell you, I was a big fan of The Big Lebowski. I thought it was a funny movie, at the time, because it really wasn't it's really not that good. It's not really that great of content when I was growing up, and that around that time, the content was, it was take what you get, and like it, it wasn't that much around. You had to, so The Big Lebowski was like, oh wow, this is kind of cool, because it's kind of like a stoner kind of movie, when I was in high school or whatever. That was kind of funny, but it doesn't really hold up today, John Goodman's character is hilarious in it, though. But the dude, now after seeing this, I can't watch that movie again. Watch this. Watch the Big Lebowski embarrass himself.
And, yeah, ice. Let's get ice off our streets and into our everything. This aggression will not stand, huh? Right? Right. So let's just abide, abide together. Yes, we can do this. Now, that's just like my opinion, but it's a good one.
That's a pretty great opinion right there. Thank you, dude.
You can see why Jimmy Kimmel's ratings are circling the drain after that little suspension bump. Not only is he miserable, unfunny, and cringe, but so are his guests. And
Jimmy Kimmel sucks.
Let's check in on
Him and Howard Stern,
Noah, who decided he was going to make jokes about
they can sit there and complain about the world all day when they're fired.
And he did that by lying about it. He
They're
might
playing
think
money.
this is
They'll be all right.
edgy,
They'll be
but
okay.
it's just trash. Unfunny, dumb trash, lacking any wit or insight.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
This guy's never been funny.
Don't. There's nothing funny about it. Oh, now you tested me. I mean,
Try to follow Jon Stewart's coattails, but Jon Stewart, he's not really that funny anymore either.
There's nothing funny. No, don't say that, because as a comedian, I'll be like, I'm sure there's something funny about it.
They're them crazy. Them crazy.
Guns. Do you understand? I'm not even writing that as a joke. As a human, you have to admit that is an incongruous, funny thing that happens. You are
What?
You're like on stage, you're like, let me tell you why people should have guns. Wah-ha!
What
What?
a pitiful jerk. And for the record, Charlie wasn't killed defending the Second Amendment.
What a fool.
He was murdered as he was about to answer a question about trans killers, about trans activists committing acts of violence. But Trevor Noah didn't make that point, did he? If he wanted to talk about irony, he could have talked about the fact that Charlie was allegedly murdered by a trans activist in a relationship with someone who is trans, who murdered Charlie as he was answering a question about trans violence. Trevor Noah doesn't have the guts to do that. He just plays to the easy leftist loser crowd who don't want to laugh.
Trevor Noah? I don't even know who that guy is, to be honest with you.
Like trained
Him and
seals.
John Oliver,
Now
they can
let's talk about
go back to wherever you're from, you
awful
dopes.
and female leftists. They're a growing
Clean up your own
problem.
house
They
first.
dominate Democrat ranks. Yes, there is something wrong with Democrat women, and it runs a lot deeper than the craziness of the squad. Let's look at the woman who is the front runner to be the most powerful in America. She's the front runner to be the next governor of California. Here's a brief highlights package of her meltdown on CBS recently.
How would I need them in order to win?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60%
Funny story,
of the vote.
I banged her, actually.
So you don't
I
think
feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question? It's the do you need
Oh.
to win part that I don't understand. I'm happy to answer the question as you have it written, and I'll answer it. What I'm saying to you is that
well, to those voters, okay. So
She was
so
tongue-tied
you
with
don't
me,
wanna keep
too.
doing this.
Oh!
thank you.
But the thing is, I had to call
We're
her.
not gonna
Right in the middle of it, I had to call her. If I had a phone call, I'd
Every
leave.
single question you ask.
Oh!
Every other candidate has
I don't
answered
care.
more or less.
I don't care.
Yep, that's Katie Porter, and she's leading in the polls to take over California, the fourth biggest economy in the world. Maybe that meltdown
This
will
lady's
change
unique
things,
looking.
but
She's
she's
cute.
been unhinged for a long time.
I
Here
like-
she is berating
I'm
a
friends
staff
with her.
member for getting in her shot.
I want to get to know her.
If we don't
Shut up.
electrify our transportation sector,
That's actually me in the background. I get in the shot.
Californians dying prematurely to air pollution.
Oh no, I'm
and
under
other
the chair
problems, and the state
right
will
now.
lose-
I was still dating her at that time.
Get out of my shot.
I wanted to tell you that that's actually incorrect. It's not that it's electric vehicles. It's
I ended up cheating on her with that girl there.
It's under the Paris Climate Accord.
Okay, it does. Okay, you also were in my shot before that.
Beautiful baby.
Stay out of my shop.
Beautiful
And let's
baby.
hear this election night story from Katie Porter.
I like her, man.
So on election
I like
night,
bitches.
I was with her.
Oh,
She's 12, and she got in the
You
car and she was
know.
crying. She said, Mom, Trump won. Trump's going to win. And what if I get raped and I need to have an abortion?
Oh my
This
God.
is my 12-year-old daughter. And so it was really a reminder of how scary this time is for people.
Say anything nutty, huh? Woo.
Family to this. That was a mistake
Oh.
because we're now going to check in on what happened during your divorce proceedings. Yes, Katie's ex-husband Matthew Hoffman detailed that the
Those were days when I was hooking up with her right
frequently
there.
abused
She looked like
him
that
and
when I was
threw
hooking
all
up with
sorts
her.
of things at him.
Judy, I
during
miss
their
you.
marriage.
If
She
you see
once
this video.
shattered a glass coffee pot on their kitchen counter when she felt their house wasn't clean enough. The ex-husband also said she would
I
not
love
let
her.
him have a cell phone because she said, "You're too effing dumb to operate it." And most incredibly, he said that Kate Porter once became so incensed by the way he was making mashed potatoes that
Oh,
she
shit.
raised a ceramic bowl of steaming hot potatoes
Oh, they
and
must have
dumped
hurt.
them on his head.
Oh, I want to see a
Scalp.
picture of this guy.
She's the front runner to be the governor.
He must
of
look like a little
California.
worm.
Goodness me, Democrats are slow learners.
I
And
like
talking about
this
slow
lady.
learners, let's check in with ABC. Let's have a
She's
look at Vice
funny.
President J.D. Vance absolutely demolishing George Stephanopoulos,
Oh,
the long-term
boy.
Democrat operative turned ABC
That
news
dickhead.
anchor. Did not see this coming. And his
Slapinopoulos.
reaction to it was to abruptly end the interview.
Oh, this pissed me
This is
off.
certainly
This
a
pissed me off. This is
lefty
so
losing.
disrespectful.
I don't know what tape you're referring to, George. I saw media reports that Tom Homan accepted a bribe. There's no evidence of that. And here's, George, why fewer and fewer people watch your program and why you're losing credibility. Because you're talking for now 5 minutes with the Vice President of the United States about this story regarding Tom Homan, a story that I've read about, but I don't even know the video that you're talking about. Meanwhile, low-income women can't get food because the Democrats and Chuck Schumer have shut down the government. Right now, we're trying to figure out how to pay our troops because Chuck Schumer has shut down the government. You are focused on a bogus story. You're insinuating criminal wrongdoing against a guy who has done nothing wrong instead of focusing on the fact that our country is struggling because our government's shut down. Let's talk about the real issues, George. I think the American people would benefit much more from that than from you going
Watch
down
this
some
little worm's
weird left-wing
reaction.
rabbit hole where the facts clearly
God,
show that
punch
Tom
him in.
Homan didn't engage in any
Step on his
criminal
little head.
wrongdoing.
It's not a weird left-wing rabbit hole. I didn't insinuate anything. I asked you whether Tom Homan accepted $50,000, as was heard on an audio tape recorded by the FBI in September 2024, and you did not answer the question. Thank you for your time this morning.
No, George, I said that I don't.
Up next, we'll be right back.
Ugh.
Now let's check in with
So
CNN. They're trying hard to cope with the reality that the man
Oh.
they and the left has branded as some sort of modern day Hitler is actually hugely popular in the only Jewish state.
That's your
There
vice
are
president
thank you
too, you
messages
little
on the
worm.
beaches of Tel Aviv. There are thank you messages
You little
in
worm.
the leading newspapers of Israel. The nation, its people are grateful to a leader who has brought their hostages home and
Little
brought peace to the
short guys. I'm telling you, I've written about it time and time again. These little short guys are always the ones starting trouble.
Peace president. At CNN,
It's always little tiny guys starting trouble. Always. Schiff, Nadler, that guy, just now. I could go on and on and on. If there's like an issue going on where it's like somebody's angry, there is a short person behind it. I guarantee it. It's because they want to prove something. They've probably been picked on a lot or something. I don't know. I don't know what gets in their head, but these short people are always trying to prove something. And they can't just it's just, hey, maybe it's me. But I say short people have a real problem, a real attitude problem, and they need to work on that. So yeah, whatever. Anyway, go to unitethefuture.com if you want to get some news. It's usually whatever's going on currently, and I'll talk to you soon. unitethefuture.com.